Hi everybody, welcome back to House of Eight. Today I'm going to be preparing for you budget-friendly, healthy taco meat. What I'll be using is 1.13 pounds of ground beef, and this is certified Angus beef, but you could use any kind of beef you want. This just happens to be 15% fat. It's less to drain. I'm going to be using 5 ounces of diced red onions. I have some grated carrots. I have some cauliflower. My choice of seasoning is salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and cumin, but you can use any seasoning that you like. I'll also be using this seasoning, taco seasoning mix, and it says to use 1 pound of ground beef or turkey, and you stir in this mix with 2/3 cup of water. Right there, 2/3 cup of water. Okay, and I believe I got this from Aldi. Okay, I have some vegetable oil that I'll be using to brown my ground beef in case there isn't enough fat. I don't want it to burn. So right now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be processing my vegetables. I have very picky eaters here in my home. My sons have, I believe they have sensory problems with vegetables, so I have to blend them up. I'm going to be taking this cauliflower and I'm going to run it through my Ninja blender. It works for me just like a food processor would work, but you can use a food processor. You don't have to use a blender like I use. But also, I am at my kitchen table with a stove top that plugs in. This can also be good for people that live in a tiny house, people that are camping, they don't have their own kitchen. It's a very, very versatile way to cook. So I'm just going to give this a little chop, kind of break down a little bit. I don't know if I'll be using all of this. I'm going to eye it. I don't want it to be too much vegetables, but I do want vegetables to be in the meat mixture. So I'm just going to take some handfuls into my blender. And also, if you've seen people make rice out of cauliflower. Okay, so I think this is going to be it for the cauliflower. Now I'm going to take my 5 ounces of diced red onion, and I'm going to dump these in the blender as well. This will give some moisture to the blender while it's blending up the cauliflower. Then I'm going to take my grated carrots and I'm going to just eyeball it. I'm just going to put a handful in, just a handful right in. Adds extra vitamins and a little more. And then just for safe measure, I'm going to go ahead and add in a 1/3 cup of water, just so I don't burn out my motor. Okay, then I'm going to pop this on. I love this blender. I got this for, I believe it was like $79 on Amazon. Okay, power's on, and I'm going to give it a pulse. Now I'm going to hit it on number 3. I'm going to take my little spatula here, push this down a bit. I could smell those wonderful onions. I love red onions. Okay, here we go, another pulse. Okay, I'm gonna add in another 1/3 cup of water. It probably would have been easier just to put it in the food processor, but my food processor is so big, usually this just blends right up. Okay, I'm gonna open it and give it another scrape down. This is coming out to be perfect how I want it. Yeah, it'd be funny if I threw a banana in, called in the kids in the morning for their morning smoothie and gave them this, they would just die. Okay, that's good enough for me. Now, I'm gonna move the cauliflower and my mess out of the way. And I'm going to get my pan ready to cook the ground beef in. So what I'm gonna do is pour in some oil. Just a little bit. This is some good ground beef. Okay, so we're gonna brown this up. Okay, I'm gonna add some seasoning. First, I'm gonna put a little salt in. Remember, it's to your taste. If you want more salt, go ahead. I try to go easy on the salt. I go heavy on the pepper, but I go easy on the salt. I go heavy on the garlic powder too. Okay. There's my garlic powder. And then onion powder. It looks like it's a pan full of seasoning. And then a little cumin. Just a little pinch. I'm going to stir that up. Okay, our meat is browned very well. Now I'm going to make a little hole in the middle, and I'm going to add what's inside this blender. It smells really good. You know what it smells like? It reminds me of Kentucky Fried Chicken's coleslaw. That's what it smells like. Okay, I'm going to take out the little blade. These are very sharp. Be careful. Now I'm going to add in this mixture. I think I'm only gonna add that much. I'm gonna eye it. I'm gonna see, 'cause maybe it made more than I needed. We're gonna mix that up. See how it's camouflaged? It just blends right in. And with the taco seasoning mix, it makes it a nice rich color, and no one knows anything's been added. They might taste something, but they'll taste the onion. There won't be that, ooh, you put vegetables in my food. That's it, I'm not gonna add any more. I'm gonna use that for something else. Remember, it's just cauliflower, carrots, and red onion. So this is gonna cook up. And after it's been given a chance to cook, I'll be adding in the taco seasoning. I went ahead and I added all of the vegetables from the blender. And as you can see, it's starting to reduce the liquid and it's coming together nicely. Now for a time saver, what you can do is pre-cook your vegetables and then put them in the blender. They'll blend up faster, they'll be softer, and you'll have less cook time. Also, if you saute your vegetables and then blend them, you will get a different taste to the dish. Another thing that you could also do is if you have time, you could add roasted bell peppers. I know there's some, roasted red peppers in the jar that would add a really nice taste to the dish. You can be creative any way you want. This is just how I do it to add more vegetables in the food for my family. I have very picky eaters. I have sons that they won't even eat yogurt that has fruit in it. There's just something with, the mixture in the food. They just won't eat it. So this is how I do it. I'm just gonna finish cooking this down, reduce the liquid, and then I'm gonna add my taco seasoning. Okay, so it looks like we're about 20 minutes cook time to where this meat, now a lot of the liquid's gone. I taste tested it twice. I had somebody test it to make sure that the rawness of the vegetables was gone. So it all is cooked together. It's a really nice flavor. I did add some more pepper, some more onion powder for taste. And again, you use your discretion with that. Now I'm going to add in the taco seasoning. This helps disguise any trace of vegetables. I'm going to mix this in. I'm not going to add any water to this because I think it's pretty mushy already with the vegetables. It's not really mushy. I mean, it does looks like taco meat. So I'm going to mix that all in, cook it down again for probably another 5 minutes, and then we're going to serve it up in some tortillas with some lettuce and cheese and some beans and corn on the side. I was going to put corn in this, but my sons protested, said they would be picking it out. I didn't want to put corn in the blender, so we'll just keep the corn on the side. So here we have the finished product. It looks really good. I want to reiterate that you can use your creative freedom here to add whatever you want to this. You're in control. You can change everything about this. You can even use teriyaki sauce, different choices of vegetables. You could even use a different meat, and you could still serve it up in a tortilla or on rice, whatever you want. The whole goal is just to get more vegetables in your diet. Here's my spread, my little mini taco bar. I've got some grated cheese, some chopped romaine lettuce. These are some chili beans, some corn, what's left of our sour cream, and some heated up flour tortillas. Also, we have these handy dandy little stand and fill corn tortillas. They're gluten-free, always. I believe corn tortillas are always gluten-free. And this is what we're having for dinner tonight. And don't forget your sriracha sauce. And I hope you guys have a great night and enjoy healthy living on a budget. Thank you.